All right, we are here at the International Drag Racing Hall of Fame for 2025, and one of the guys going in tonight is, of course, the legendary Jay Howell, who unfortunately passed away recently. But again, Howell, of course, was very well known, guy who fabricated the Little Red Wagon, Garlits dart, and and then had this, basically was a funny car gasser on fuel, and then ran funny cars. And he had probably main claim to fame was driving Prudhomme's dragster in 1970, or funny car at Indy in 1970. So. Right. Very cool. Hey, I'm going to have you guys come back in here for a minute.
Okay, yeah,
All right.
We definitely want pictures from this guy.
All right, very good.
He's famous, you just don't know.
I'm famous. I'm a legend in my own mind. Okay, and you said it was John, right?
Yes.
All right, so just give me a quick introduction on yourself and the car.
Okay. My name's John Francis. Seen the car originally back in 2010 when I was at my buddy Funny Car Steve Tomosik's house.
Okay.
He was looking to do something with that. I said, man, I really want to make that car right.
Now, what did it look like at that time?
It was pretty much restored. Whoever
Okay.
restored it put a big block Chevy in it, which was incorrect. It had a radiator. It had a bunch of more wiring than a new Cadillac in it. So I took all that out. Oh, jeez.
And John got a hold of me, and he wanted a Hemi in this, and of course I'm in that business. There it is, we fixed him up.
And that's correct.
And this, of course, is Larry Shepard.
Yes.
And which is of course, here's that Hemi, and of course Larry is Mr. Hemi. So very cool. Well, John, how is it to be down here this weekend in honor of Jay and having the car down here for that?
You know, everything Jay represented the sport, everything he did, all the innovation, just amazing. And, you know, this was, he said, his favorite hot rod. So to be down here and watch the award get presented to his kids is just beyond extraordinary. We just finished the car Sunday at 3 o'clock. The wife got done polishing it, and Larry came over. We got some final things done. And
I delivered the motor to this car a week ago.
Is that right?
Yeah, we rushed. We don't have the fuel system done, but it's going to cackle soon.
Cool, very good. Now, what was your background with Jay Howell? Did you do anything with him when he was racing? Were you around at all when
you
that?
know, he goes way back, and I was a
Sure.
little kid. I grew up at the racetrack, so I was around all these cars.
Right. Well, and you were in Ohio, correct?
Yes.
And he was out of Detroit,
Yeah,
so.
well, I went to the tracks he went to.
Okay.
Along with Big Daddy Don Garlits and you know, all the famous pro stock guys. Well, anyway, I was around him, never officially met him, but I stood next to him like we are. And when this deal come up, I said, John, I want to be on. We need to go to Gainesville. I want to be in on this.
Cool. Very cool.
Here we
Very
are.
cool. That's right. So you were saying you're going to cackle it? Are you planning on taking it any place to do that? You got an event or anything you're planning on debuting that at this time?
Hopefully you get back home, get the fuel system done, which a couple of lines, do some little stuff, primer it with some oil, and
Cool.
squirt the juice to it.
Yeah, maybe come to Indy, be at Indy for,
That'd
do
be
some
nice.
stuff
Man,
there.
you know, the future, we don't, anything can happen.
Right.
But it's going to happen.
Very
And then here's one other thing. Jeff, look at this. These two girls had a little bit to do with it also. She works for me.
Okay,
She
very
had
good.
her hand in that motor when I had not even the crankshaft in it.
All right.
She helped me.
All right, very good.
How many times did the mains come in and out of it?
2 or 3.
Now, was that your fault or his?
No, he just likes to double check everything a few times. Just to make sure everything's gonna go good and everything's gonna run right.
That's right. That's right. Well, this is so awesome. Well, it's great to see it here. And again, in memory of a great friend. So glad you guys brought it
Yeah,
out.
thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.
We would do this anytime to anybody. I don't care who it is. We're happy to do this.
Very cool. All right. And this is Jeff Stunkard for Zookeepers Diary. Take care. In addition to Jay Howell's car being out on the veranda, here's the last street car he built. And this was an Anglia, obviously. Showed up in Hot Rod magazine. And again, great batch of PROCK HOWELL memorabilia here.
No, I said, I want to put it, I was planning on having to send it to your office. She goes, how much
for you. Congratulations. You used to be, though. I'm used to you. You're used to me. Yeah. Hey, we've been to the zoo and Brady. Yes. I mean, what else can happen there? Good to see you. Good to see you. That's great. What are you doing, Tara?
We're just hanging out.
Of course, responsible for the Little Red Wagon, responsible for the Dart Charger, responsible for the Cotton Picker, Seat and Shaker, Ram Charger 67 car. And this Mustang was the final ride he had. Found a lot of my quarter milestones archive, driving for Prudhomme, Indy 1970.
Entertaining us because of like.
All right, we are here at the International Drag Racing Hall of Fame. The sun has gone down. The induction ceremonies have just started. Joe Costello is up on stage, and he and Brian Lonis will be doing that. And I wanted to come back out and take one last look at this PROCK HOWELL Willys. And I met Jay several times, and always just a really, really nice guy. He told me he had retired. He had 4 kids in the early 1970s, and he was very concerned because he saw guys dying, guys like Dick Harrell and some other people, and so he felt like he just had to retire. But I found out from Larry Shepard, who I interviewed earlier tonight, that Jay actually sailed around the world for 10 years. He got a sailboat, met a young lady, and they sailed around the world for 10 years. So rest in peace, Jay. Cool stuff.